Hello, you beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome to your Aquarius video and welcome to Colleen Tarot. I hope you guys are having a great day. I am doing this video for you on March 6th or 7th, depending on where you're at in the world. Keep in mind, tarot is timeless. I just want to give you the date so you know I don't repost. For my Aquarians who watch me regularly, I'm going to be posting a video for you guys at 7 p.m. I'm going to try to do that every day for you. I try to show up because I know that you guys show up for me a lot, and I'm trying to show up for you guys as much as I can. So I'm going to try to post an Aquarius video every day at 7 for you guys. Anyways, if you like Aquarius only videos, I have an Aquarius only channel, Aquarius by Aquarius. Anyways, I'm your host, Colleen. We're going to see what wants to come out. I'm not exactly sure what wants to come out, but we're going to see here. A lot of crazy stuff has come out for these readings that I've done here anyways. Before I start your video, I want to be the first one to tell you all that you're so beautiful, you're so needed in this world, and I want to thank you guys for being here, for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you and the divine values you, and thank you so much for being here. That is my Aquarius intro. I don't have a lot of other people who watch me. I don't know if a lot of other signs will be able to tolerate me saying all of that. So I'm just sort of like, I don't know if I'm going to keep that intro here for everyone or just do it on my Aquarius channel. So we'll see. But anyways, I do video requests. You can email me at Colleen Tarot for video requests. And I have someone who checks my email. I cannot do private or personal readings at this time. I'm very, very sorry. And like I said, I have someone who checks my emails, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right. All right. So Aquarius. What? What? That's crazy. We got back together. We got fantasy world. Okay. It's kind of sideways and reverse here. So somebody might be wanting to be with you. It's reverse, so I don't know if you were with someone and they want to be back with you, and it's reverse for whatever reason. We're going to have to clarify this stuff. Big break, done settling. I definitely feel that's your energy, just because I know how we are in the chat. All right, secret admirer, traveling partner, miles apart. Unspoken feelings. Well, damn. The audacity and expecting. Okay, so some cards, like I said, they came out in the reverse. So let me just clarify them. With all these cards, I think I'm going to be using the tarot cards to to clarify everything. I want to get some Lenormand being we're at this. Anyway, I have a new deck. Somebody gifted me a new deck, and I hope you guys like it. It's Tarot of the Vampires, and it's really interesting. It's almost like, you know, someone really knows my taste, because I don't like borders, and it doesn't have any borders, and I like a lot of life art depiction, and it's a really good deck. I had this deck originally, but then my daughter took it from me. So this is a really nice gift, and I really appreciate the gift. So we're going to see what wants to come out. Let's get a couple more cards. Lenormand meets tarot. We have a cross to bear here. We have the mask. We have the bedroom. We have quest. Quest is in reverse, and this is also like Lenormand meets tarot. This would be the card of Virgo. All right, this would be the hermit. Somebody goes on a quest to follow their light. Traditional tarot, it's a star. So, and I really feel like it has a lot to do with that. Someone's trying to find their way here. You see, it's like a maze. So somebody might be finding their way to you. You might be finding your way to something. I don't know. Let's clarify. Secret admirer. Secret admirer. Four of Wands. It's really interesting because this Four of Wands is highlighted. A person is highlighted. They're in the light here, and then there's these other darker. You can't see them. They're not. They're sort of in the shadow, watching. And then I have this bedroom here. Maybe somebody's watching you from their bedroom. Tell me about that. Relax. Relax. Tell me about that. Over here, expecting. Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups goes after what they want. All right? Why it landed on expecting? Nine of Wands. Someone is done settling, all right? And I did an Aries video that talks about stuff that makes babies. Be careful. Be careful, okay? Because we got the bedroom, we got expecting, and we got the Nine of Wands. So and we got the High Priestess. So some of you might be dealing with an Aries, but anyways, so I do have some of that energy here. Someone could put pressure on someone to get pregnant. Someone could get pregnant easily at this time. Because that Nine of Wands can be like trying, and it sticks. It could also be with the Seven of Swords. Somebody could be trying to get pregnant, trying to get someone pregnant, okay? Because something about not wanting it to end. So someone could be secretly trying to get someone pregnant. So be cautious of that. Somebody could. On either way, however this goes, someone could be trying to get, and that, I know that's not for everybody, but just be cautious of that. Now, there could also be a karmic trying to get pregnant with someone as well. Tell me about travel plans. We'll just leave that there. I don't want to get too much into that, but there's that baby energy. But the done settling, I definitely feel that's your energy. I feel like you're not going to be talked into anything that you don't want. I want a more clearer card. I did get the Four of Wands for that secret admirer. So somebody's like in their home or in their house. Okay. Four of Wands. Or you could be seeing 1111, travel partner. Ace of Swords. And this person's on a boat. Yeah, and there's a home here. So someone's definitely, you know, watching you from afar. All right. Somebody could send you something as well, and you don't know who it's from, which is ironic because that's kind of how I got this deck. I don't know who this deck is from. But anyway, if any one of you sent it to me, thank you. I absolutely love it. I love it. But someone's trying to make a decision here. Is it to take the mask off? The mask did want to come out. This cross to bear. Tell me about that. The World. Like somebody wants to start with you, right? But somebody... I'm feeling something from this person. Because I recognize this energy from when I was younger. It's really exciting, you know, to feel like this. Like it's exciting, right? It's new. But there's a thrill, you know, as a person with ADD, ADHD, whatever. There's a thrill in the unknown, there's an excitement to it. There's a buildup, right? Um, and that's sort of what I'm feeling. I feel like there's a buildup. I feel like someone is admiring someone, secret admirer, crushing, okay, fantasizing, right? With this fantasy card here. I feel like someone's fantasizing about being with you. It can go either way, but I also feel like there's a thrill in that. There's a high in that. It's you know, there's like a climatic moment in that. You know, it's like hee, they don't know that I'm into them. Hee, let me send something. Um and you know, let me just watch. It could even be someone who can watch. But what happens if this person comes out and says, I have a crush on you, or I've been thinking of you, or, you know, what if somebody says that and then the thrill is gone? Like, oh, well, the cat's out of the bag. It's not exciting anymore. I can't, you know, there is a thrill to being sneaky. There's a thrill to it. Regardless if anybody wants to admit it or not, there's a thrill to it. And I feel like somebody enjoys being the secret admirer. I really do. There's a sexiness to it. There's a thrill to it. You know? Because there's an expectation, right? It's fun when we get to be in our fantasy mind. We get to fantasize however we want it to play out. We can send somebody a secret gift. We can send somebody like a secret poem. And we don't have to worry about how the other person perceives it if we never tell them, because in our mind we get to keep it the fantasy that we want. We get to keep it like, well, they're into me. You know, because when you're fantasizing, you get to choose the narrative. When somebody comes out and says it, the narrative then becomes real. It becomes whatever the other person says back to you. However, sometimes, you know, it's like it's going to be reciprocated. And I feel like someone's kind of wondering, like, if I tell Aquarius how I feel, will it be reciprocated, or should I just sort of stay in my fantasy mind? Because in my fantasy mind, it's going to work out the way I want it to in my fantasy, right? There is a thrill to that. There's an anxiousness too. I'm feeling like my heart wants to beat fast. Like there's an anxiousness, like it's a high. I'm telling you, someone's getting high off of this fantasy. Someone's getting high off of being this secret admirer. I can feel it. I feel it in my chest. It's a good excitement, but it's also a scared excitement. Like, oh, what if they don't want me back? Yeah. And with this King of Swords energy sideways, that is definitely Aquarius energy. And we have the Empress right here. The Empress is the one who can definitely, you know, be a child bearer, right? You know, maybe somebody's thinking about birthing something with you. Birthing something with you. Fantasizing about you. Remember, travel partners. So birthing something can be like, you know, traveling the world, okay? You know, I don't know why this is coming to me, but it is. When I was in a bad relationship, but I was doing these things, right? I would go to the beach, or I would travel. Like one time I went to the Poconos. Right place, wrong person, right? But if I didn't go with that person, I probably wasn't going to get another opportunity, you know? And I went to the Poconos and I got into the heart-shaped tub and I took the picture in the wine glass. Like I did all the things, right? I was young. I wasn't even 20 years old. Like I think I was 19 or 18. And I was with the wrong person. I was so upset because I didn't have my weed. I was smoking weed back then, and I was like, man, I wish I could just be high so I could fantasize about this moment and be happier in the moment, because I wasn't happy in the moment with the person I was with. The person I was with was very argumentative. I always ended up finding partners like that in life, fire signs, I don't know, but like there's this element to this fantasy that this person could escape with you, and I don't see that anybody would have to like alter their personality to enjoy being with you. I feel like somebody has traveled or went to the right places but with the wrong person, because I feel like there's a comfortability with you that maybe somebody couldn't find with this Audacity card. That's just sort of what I'm feeling, because why would that story come to me? You can be in the right place. You can be in a romantic place and be with the wrong person. I mean, I've been there. I'm sure we've all been there. Like, you want to have this experience, you want to go to this place, but the person you're with, it just kind of dulls the moment a bit, you know? Let's see what the Audacity card is about. Ace of Cups. And it's sideways. Six of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. It's kind of what I feel like what I was saying. I feel like somebody's got to sort of party, get drunk or get high to be with someone. Because they're with a person who just, I don't know, they can't be themselves for some reason. So this person sort of puts on a mask and they do these things and they live these moments, but they're thinking about the person that they want to be with in these moments. Which would also make sense why somebody wouldn't be able to, like, straight up come toward you. I know how some of you are going to feel. You guys are going to be like, yeah, well, they shouldn't be thinking about me with another person. I know, but it's in real life it happens. Because, you know, especially if somebody's in a relationship and they're unhappy, but they haven't ended things in the relationship. They're just sort of like going through the motions. And a lot of times people will go through the motions in a relationship hoping that, you know, this vacation or this trip will help our relationship, when actuality it really doesn't. It just reminds you that you wish you were on that trip or that vacation with a person you are more compatible with. That's really what it will highlight. Instead of saving a relationship, it actually accentuates exactly what the hell's wrong with the relationship, that even under the best of circumstances, you still don't want to be with the person. That's a huge red flag. Tell me about comfortability. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. Exactly. See what I'm saying? Whoever this Audacity person is, it's like a Knight of Wands person. It could be someone who's a fire sign, but it's just a sex thing. It's just, you know, that kind of passion was there. But the one that they're really compatible with is the one that they're secretly admiring, which I'm just going to say that you, Aquarius. That's the one they can really build a legacy with. That's the one they can really birth new things with. That's the one they can create family and generational wealth with. Not with this person who was just there for the ride. Miles apart. I actually got a picture of me and my ex, but I think it went up in the fire. There was a house fire. My grandparents ended up with a lot of my old stuff, my old life, and that house burnt down. So a lot of things burnt down. But there was a picture of me and my ex where we were together on vacation from New York. And he was looking that way and I was looking that way. And we were next to each other, both miserable people. We were together. We were right next to each other, but we were miles apart. He wasn't thinking about me and I wasn't thinking about him. Same person I went to the Poconos, by the way. Tell me about the miles apart. Seven of Cups, yeah. We have the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy, and then the Six of Swords. So somebody is thinking about you, but looks like they're around somebody, but their mind is just miles away from whoever's near them because they're thinking about you. I'm here right now with this person, but I should be with the person who's on my mind. You might hear from this person because we got big break. Tell me about big break. Knight of Swords. That's pretty big break right there. Ace of Cups reverse. Five of Swords. Whoever they're with, they do spend a lot of time in regret. They argue. Or they play a lot of mind games with each other. But somebody had manifested the wrong kind of person. They just, somebody manifested like, a passionate sexual connection, but there wasn't, there was no sustainability to that connection. Somebody could be cutting that person off, all right? Probably learning a lesson that there's more to being around people than just, people you fantasize about as far as, a connection. Because I feel like somebody feels very connected to you, but they got caught up in the wrong, like a karmic connection. Tell me about fantasy world. Page of Swords. Yeah, the person who's fantasizing is a person who's watching you. And they do want to talk to you. They do. But the thing is, they're afraid it won't be reciprocal. I told you there's a high in that. There's, if they don't reach out to you and tell you how they feel, they get to control the narrative of their fantasy. I picked up on that. Tell me about unspoken feelings. You might get a letter from this person, not know who it's from. A text from a number you don't know who it's from. A fake account or something. Justice, yeah. I do feel like someone could send you something and you don't know who the hell it's from, but you get it. I don't see this person as bad. I just see this person as I really feel like they don't want to be rejected by you is the biggest part. I really feel like if you would not reject this person, they would come on out. Tell me about Cross the Bear. Judgment in the reverse. The Hierophant in the reverse. And Three of Pentacles in the upright. Someone could be learning a very big lesson, or they could have something to do with religious beliefs here, or someone could be married. But we do have work, we have Three of Pentacles, we have a collaboration. So we do have three people involved. Tell me more about that Hierophant in the reverse. ending. So there, it looks like there's an ending. Either someone could be getting out of a marriage, or somebody could be deciding they don't want to get married to a person that they were dating. It was like a hot connection. My phone went off on that one. Somebody deciding that they're going to move on even after all this time. There could be a breakup. Okay, so I do see that somebody is leaving a situation behind that for whatever reason they were just staying there. They're going to be leaving it behind because they're not happy. All right, so that is like a tarot reading itself. That took 25 minutes. Anyway, I will pull 9 cards real quick and just see if we got the same situation. Yeah, this person wants a relationship with you and they're coming towards you, basically. And there's a tower moment. That tower is going to be a very defining moment for somebody, because it's going to be like a new beginning. Somebody's coming towards you. Literally, someone's coming towards you. All right. We got someone could be moving towards you. 8 of Cups is incoming. It's reversed. 4 of Cups is reversed. Someone's coming, making a move. And we have Aquarius right here. Interesting, when I went through that breakup myself, I mean, I made a move. Like it all happened at the same time. A breakup, a move, a new connection started not long after. A lot happened. I wasn't keeping up with astrology so much back then, but probably some damn eclipse happened in my sign. I don't know. We have 9 of Pentacles here, sideways. So I have Gemini, I have Virgo, I have Scorpio, I have Aries, Scorpio. I have the 4, I have a lot of this. Okay, I have the 7 of Wands here. It's like a protection bubble. It's also somebody meditating. The Magician is communication. And someone might be communicating with you after a move, a breakup, okay, a transition. Tell me about that real quick, that Ace of Pentacles. I want to know exactly what that is. The Tower. All right. So there's a relationship that ends because somebody is not happy. Somebody is thinking about somebody while they're with the wrong person. All right. 10 of Wands. And so someone has this burden. Okay. And it looks like somebody is going to, or someone's saving their money to move or to get out of a connection. All right. Someone could be waiting for you to get out of a connection as well. The Wheel of Fortune is here in the upright. This is like current situation, Ace of Swords. Somebody wants to talk to you like right now. All right. Right now. Like somebody is carrying a torch for you right now. All right. They feel so close to you. And they want to come toward you. But there's incognito. Like this is that someone could be admiring you from afar. You don't know it. They don't want to be revealed who they are either. Tell me about that Knight of Swords. Landed on Secret Admirer and on the pregnancy. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Gemini energy. Things could happen rather quickly. All right, rather quickly. Even, you know, a pregnancy or just you two sparking up real quick. All right. Because what I see is somebody's watching you. There's 3 people involved and then it's 2 people. And somebody comes out and speaks. So someone might literally have to get single before somebody even comes out to say anything. Tell me about that 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hierophant reverse, yeah. Like somebody's got to get out of a someone's got to get out of a connection, or someone's learning a huge lesson in love, because somebody could be connected to a very toxic, like got involved for the wrong reasons. Okay, tell me about death, rebirth. Four of Wands reversed, the Lovers reversed. Yeah, someone's moving out. Someone's moving out, period. More Gemini energy there, but someone's moving out of a house, a place here, Six of Swords, because somebody cannot stop thinking about who they're into. Like, I want to come toward this person. I want to be with this person. So, you know, I really feel like someone's living together. Someone's either was going to get married, like they're engaged, or someone is married. But either way, somebody is absolutely not going to be able to hold back this crush, this secret. They're just not, because the pull is very strong here. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. Landed on Fantasy World. Knight of Swords. Like literally after an ending, somebody is going to most likely communicate. But right now somebody's in fantasy. Someone's in fantasy because there has to be an ending. Tell me about the King of Cups reversed. That's the one who's going to come and speak to the Fool, which is Aquarius. Strength card. Somebody might have Leo in their chart, but Ten of Swords. Like, this is hard for someone. It is so hard. You see how someone is just like in pain because they want to speak. They want to speak from their heart, but there's somebody involved. Somebody here. And we have this Page of Pentacles. Like, somebody's just watching in silently. They've been watching for a while in silence. Well, I hope whoever needs to get single gets single. It's not easy, especially when it comes to finances. Sometimes people live together and they're not happy because it's a financial thing. Tell me about Two of Swords. Two of Wands coming in. The Hangman after all this time, and the Star reversed. Like, this person is going to come in after like waiting for a long time, and it has a lot to do with, because if they want this to happen, the Star is Aquarius, but it's also wish fulfillment. It's almost like, if I want this to happen, like, should I make a move? We also have Pisces energy here. We have the Knight of Cups. It's like somebody's really watching. Okay, someone's really watching. Talk about the Four of Wands. I feel like someone's watching, waiting for someone's status to be changed. Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the Four of Wands in the reverse. Somebody really wants to go from fantasy to reaching out. King of Wands, yeah. And for some of you, like, you guys, if you guys do hook up, you could get, somebody could definitely get pregnant pretty quickly. Because I mean, imagine fantasizing about being with somebody for a long time, and then you finally get to be with that person. And then you get to make love with that person. Then imagine what that's going to be like. That's what this is going to be like. It's like when the fantasy gets to come to life. Right now, someone's just watching, admiring, might even send something, might even connect or contact through a fake account. So right now, that's all I got for you. I'm sorry. Tarot can change, but as of this reading, it's all about fantasy. A lot of it has to do with rejection, and someone else could be involved. Now, the other thing is, if somebody's on, you know, someone's with a person they're not happy with, and it's not financial, they might be settling because they're afraid of being rejected. So, like, if I can't be with the one I want to be with, I'll just be with the one I'm already with, kind of thing. I do feel like that would change because we have here don't settle or something like that. Anyway, that just came to me. This is kind of a long reading. Heal the ouch, but it's in the reverse. Heal the ouch, 38. Heal the ouch in the reverse. This card is a message urging you to make amends for any harm you've done to another. Appraise yourself honestly. How have you been selfish, greedy, or inconsiderate of others? Have you harbored resentment toward those who have harmed you in the past? Practice deep and radical forgiveness in order to be free. To know healing, you must surrender your old hurts and begin anew. Forgiving yourself and loving yourself is important too. Be humble and willing to admit your weakness. Know the imperfection of the human personality. Walk tall as you take the path of the shaman. The wise elder is willing to go into the shadows to bring healing light to the wounds. That's really weird because there is someone in the shadows. There is someone in the shadows. Is this a person? Like, why are they worried about rejection? Is this somebody who needs to heal things? Now I'm confused. I need to know why the heal the ouch. Judgment. Ten of Swords. For some of you, this might be somebody trying to re-enter. I don't know. I don't know. That got confusing. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in your next video. And namaste, my friends.